गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषाद्वै। ओम शांति 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 Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have completed the three topics in the story of Dhamma and others. That is Ahankar Uday. We have now seen the Ahankar Uday Trivida. Ahankar Trivida. That is three types of Ahankar. Then Nirvasana. That is stayed free from the mental impression. And today we are going to start JIVAVIRBHAVA. So before we start JIVAVIRBHAVA, let us see yesterday's little recap and then start that. So what has been said is a bhogecha. Bhogecha is a bondage. I want to do this. I want to do that. And there is no end to it and minds get fed up. So we keep on trying different methods so that mind will remain happy. So we try that. We try different things. Maybe we try yoga, we try some studies, we try meditation, we try, but still we get frustrated because all these efforts are invalid efforts. They do not give the permanent solution. So what is the permanent solution? We have seen that yesterday. The permanent solution is that you have to kill your mind. So killing is not a good act, but the killing of mind means dissolving the mind in the consciousness. That is killing. So stop the habit of projection after the perception. You will see the world. Dekho suno bolo mat. So you should see the world, listen to all that, but then don't comment. Moment you stop commenting, so then you will be at peace and you will be at tranquility. Projection of mind is in terms of speech. That is either we talk to ourselves or we talk to others. And when we talk to the world, we give status of really to that world, and then we become miserable because of that. So this was the yesterday's discussion which we carried out based on the yesterday's topic, that is the state free from the mental impressions. Now we will be seeing the fourth topic, which is again important topic, Jiva Virbhava, the manifestation of the individual soul. How this individual soul gets manifested. 34 shloka. Yatha sarvagatam सोक्ष्मत् आकाशो नोपलक्ष्यते तथा निरंशम चिद्धाव सर्वगोपी न लक्ष्यते. Just as the all-pervading ether is not comprehended because of this subtlerity, so also the state of pure consciousness, which is whole, which is without parts, is not apprehended, though all-pervading. So it is all-pervading consciousness, but we are unable to comprehend it. Like ether is very much present in the space, but we cannot get to know what is the ether. So similarly here, pure consciousness is very much there in each and everything, whether it is a sentient thing, whether it is an inert thing, everything it is there. In fact, it is only being present, it is only manifesting, but we really don't understand that. So next shloka 35, Shesha Chitta Vinashatma Swatmetyadi Kruta Bhida नास्ततमेति न चोदेति नोत्तिष्ठति न तिष्ठति न च याति न चायाति न चेयं न च नेयति. So what is this? That is this consciousness, the indestructible self, named by the words such as inherent self. It does not vanish, nor does it appear. It does not raise itself from anything, nor is it at hand. It does not go and does not come either. It is not here, nor it is there. That is a pure consciousness. That is undivided, unfragmented consciousness, and that is a bliss. So it is all self we are talking about. Next shloka 37. Raghaveyam prapanchena jagannatma vrijhumbate yena shabdam rasam rupam dandam janasi raghava. Raghava Rama, this consciousness manifests itself by the phenomena called as the universe, by which you know sound, taste, form and smell have been noticed. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha has been noticed. And this because of this consciousness which is manifesting. Soyam Atma Parabrahma Sarvam Mapuri Samstita द्वितीया कल्पने वेहेन प्रबुदन्न विद्यते ब्रह्म मात्राय ऋते वन्नो औष्णम मात्राय ऋते यथा. So that is the self, the supreme Brahmin, ultimate, which stands filling up everywhere. Raghava, there is not even the formation or the imagination of second here in this universe. Without the one Brahman, just as there is nothing else imaginable in fire without a heat. Moment you think about fire, there is only heat, heat and heat. Similarly, moment you think about the world, there is only consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. There is nothing other than that. There is only self. So first thing shall happen in our body is in me, and I am not the body. So that samajhdari should come, that understanding should come. Body is in the prana and prana is not in the body. If internal air and external air is closed, life is not possible. Life is not possible according to that. As long as our mind is holding on to the body, our thinking will be with reference to the body. This is bondage, this is ego, this is sansar. So as we are in a deep sleep, there is a bondage of body. So no ego and no samsara. So likewise it is said, shloka number 39. Ado shamadamma praye gune shishyam prabodayet pashyat sarvamidam brahma shuddhastvamiti bodhayet. In the beginning, one should instruct the disciple in the qualities like tranquility and the self-restraint. So if somebody is listening for the first time, he should be told about the tranquility and self-restraint. Then one should instruct all that is Brahmin, that is the Supreme Spirit, that is holy. So you should not directly tell. First is what the gateways of liberation: tranquility, contentment, holy company, and inquiry. This has to be told first, and then only we can go that it is the Supreme Brahmin. And likewise, 40 number shloka. Adasartha prabuddhasya sarva brahmeti yo vadit mahanarkala aleshu satena viniyojite. Whoever tells one who is ignorant or half awake that all is Brahman, the Supreme Spirit, his ignorant one is disposed of the great web of hell by him. So without knowing it is half truth or half information is telling, it is most dangerous and the person will suffer. अवध्यया वोतमया स्वात्मा मानोद्योतमोतया विद्या सा प्राप्तये यद्वत् मलेन क्षालते मलम्. By the very illusion or ignorance of the highest kind, arising from the effort to extinguish one's own mind, that knowledge of the Supreme Spirit is obtained by just as the dirt is washed by the dirt. So, like for cleaning the clothes, what we are doing is we are using the detergent. So, detergent is also a type of a dirt. And when one dirt, that there is a dirt on the shirt and that has been used by that detergent. So that detergent clears, that is also a dirt. This clears the earlier dirt and that both are washed away by the water. So all mental impression or imagination in the stage of spiritual practice, including the concentration of various kind, is illusionary. He is as much at his well the reality, which is the nature of pure consciousness beyond thoughts. But such practice enables the aspirants to transcend the mind and establish in the reality that is pure existence, consciousness, bliss. कुतो विद्यात जातेति रामा मास्तु विचारणा इयं कथम अहम हन्मि तेषा तेषु विचारणा. From where this ignorance is produced is not a right question. Let there not be such an investigation, Rama. How shall I destroy this ignorance? Let this be your investigation. How can I destroy this ignorance has to be thought about. 43rd shloka and 44th shloka. Astam gataya shinaya asya nyayasti raghava yat esha yaya chesha yatha nashteta khanditam kinchit shruti karupa sa chit shakti chinmaharnave. Raghava, when this ignorance has been removed, destroyed, you know in entirety from wherein was this born, by whom was this produced, and how was this destroyed. In the great ocean of consciousness, that power or energy of consciousness appears to be little agitated. So everything in this reality, but we are not aware of our own being. And since we are preoccupied by either Ahankar number 3, that is the body identification, or that is the Jiva, Deha identification, or body identification, that is Ahankar number 2, or then we are identified as I am the Brahmin, Aham Brahmasmi. So we are caught. When all the three are dropped, what remains is that cannot be spoken of. So man gets killed, it is a greater blessings in the disguise. By default settings, we are all perfect. And mind is the expression of consciousness. So subtler is the mind, that it is near the consciousness. And what is the spiritual practice? Give us this special status. Give up the special status and nobody will recognize us. We don't recognize space, although present, but we are all struggling for Bharat Ratna and likewise medals, and then we get suffered. So Shabdaranyam Mahar Shabdajalam Maharanyam Chitta Pramana Brahmanakaranam, the pure consciousness self is indestructible. So we have an expression of birth and we have no experience of birth and death. And japa being an end, so far our japa begins and ends, so it is far away from the truth. It is a slip which without a slip, that is all experiences are recognized, but there is nobody born, experiencer is not born. So next shloka. वासनाकलयतं सोऽपि यातर् अहङ्कारतः पुनः अहङ्कारो विनिर्णेता कलङ्गी buddhi he the knower of the field to putting on mental impression again goes to the state of ego. The ego is a judge, the decision maker, and the intelligent is faulty. बुद्धि संकल्पकलिता प्रयाति मनमा मननास्पदम मनोगण विकल्पम तु गच्छन्ति इंद्रियता शनि पानिपादादिमद्देहम इंद्रियाणि विदुबुधा. So the intellect seized by will becomes the seat of thinking. The mind by the dense or the great uncertainty or error indeed attains to the state of sense slowly. Wise man regards this scene senses as a body possessed by hand, feet and others. So we have to drop this struggle on the spiritual path. We should be like a fish in the water, no effort. So this is exactly a Sahajananda, happiness by birth. That means bliss is our essential nature. Saha plus ja. Ja means birth and Ananda, Sahajananda. So no reason to be happy. You can be always happy like that. So Brahma Bhutas Prasannatma na sochati na kankshiti sama sarveshu bhuteshu madabhakti lavate dharam. So Buddhi Sankalpakalita Prayati Manaspadam, the intellect seized by will, becomes the seat of thinking. The mind that dense uncertainties indeed attends to the state of senses slowly. Wise man regards the sense of body possessed by hand, feet and other organs. एवं जीवो हि संकल्प वासना रज्जु वेष्टिता दुःखजाल परित्यात्मा क्रमात् आयति चित्ततासाम्. Thus, the individual soul, encircled by the rope of the mental impression and surrounded by the web of sorrow, gradually attains to the state of thinking. Iti shaktimam cheto ana gana ahankaratagatam koshakara krutim yadvad swechaya ayati bandhanam evam jina jiva chito bhava bhava bhavanayeta. Thus, the individual consciousness, which is full of power or energy, has gone to the state of dense ego, just as silkworm in a cocoon goes to the state of bondage by its own will. Thus, individual souls are states of one consciousness, wished or sought by the imagination of worldly existence. So, Upanishad tells us, let me become many, supreme relatives desired likewise, it is said. So the last shloka in this Damupakyana is Brahmana Kalpita Akara Devatiranga Naradaya Vivinna Eva Drishyati Budbuddha Varidheriva. Gods, animals, and man and others are formed, fashioned from Brahman, the Supreme Spirit. They are seen as if divided, but they are just like a bubbles on the ocean. They are not divided. They looks to be divided. So what is that? Sense of otherness and sense of incompleteness is totally gone. And what happens is I regard to the perfect yogis who can see that equanimity of all beings and response to the joys, sorrows of others as if they are their own. Undivided, undifferentiated consciousness is bliss. With this understanding, if you live in this world, they cannot be enslaved. There is nothing that can be separated from absolute reality. Everything is in that reality. Theme is there is no possibility of imagination of otherness or absoluteness. Ultimate destination is Upanishad. That knowledge must be describable by the teacher by his life. A wise creation to locate the collusion. So likewise now this topic has been told which is Jiva So this Jiva tells us mainly that same manifestation of same Almighty that is uh, it is actually Chidakash, it is a solid conscious existence, there is nothing none other than that. But what happens is that moment you start thinking about the duality of world, your mind goes into the Raga, Lobha, Mada, Matsar, and then you start suffering. So what has to be done? Every day the contemplation has to be done. Every day this Study the student so that your mind will always remain tranquil, blissful, cheerful, and happy always. With this, we'll be doing the prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ram Chandrarpanamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to holy feet of Sri Ram.